Hello and welcome to an episode of Homorazzi. We have just the three of us today, so...
Scared him off.
No, I was too busy and forgot to book somebody.
You haven't done dick in the last 2 weeks that had nothing to do without you making money for Pride. Admit it.
Wow. And on another
I
note...
plead the fifth.
You don't even know what that is.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All right, well, we haven't been on the show for a while. Summer's in full swing, we're kind of busy, but what have you been up to, Tommy?
Well, the biggest thing since the last episode was San Diego Comic-Con. I went down and I wanted to see the cast of Legend of Korra. Do you know
Yeah,
Avatar?
no, I watched
Okay.
it, yep.
So it's this great cartoon, and all the panels were kind of really lame because no one was telling any secrets. And then when the Legend of Korra panel happened, they like showed the brand new episode and they were telling you everything that was happening, and we were just sitting there like crying and screaming. That was, for me, like we got there on Wednesday and we were kind of shopping around and checking everything out, but it wasn't until I sat down at the Dexter panel and they were sitting kind of right in front of me, and
Michael
I was just
C.
sitting
Hall.
there. Yeah, and everybody was there, like people from like season 2 and 3 and 4. And you're just sitting there, and I'm like, holy, I'm in San Diego. And
How
this is really
gay
weird.
is Comic-Con? Like,
Pretty gay.
yeah? Like guys in the bathroom, like hiding in bags and
Gay.
stuff?
No, there's kids and stuff.
If so, he's booking a ticket.
Yeah, no,
Absolutely.
it's. I mean, there's a lot of gay like presence there.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a huge Prism booth, which is like the big gay and comics organization.
Did you dress up?
No, I was going to, but I forgot my boots.
Who are we gonna go as?
Wiccan from the Young Avengers, but Dominic dressed up as Cyclops.
Okay.
Okay, Adam, quickly, any big updates for you?
Oh, great, he's got this. No, just traveling to Seattle. We went for Pride. It was fucking, you thought it was hot. God damn, it was boiling down there. I almost died from heat stroke. It was ridiculous, but no, nothing too crazy.
We've been playing soccer, your team's now losing.
I
our
talk
team's
about soccer
winning.
every episode. I've been realizing this. I can't do it anymore.
It's your Demi Lovato.
It
I
is.
know. But, I mean, now I'm talking about it and our team's winning, so moving on, we have some gossip to talk about.
Okay, well, we just had Pride here,
Yes.
and so I got a very surprise guest to our Saturday night event in Monroe, and we got Colton Haynes showed up with a bunch of his girlfriends who were there supporting their gay friends, and they were
Is
all
that a porn star? I don't know who this is.
No, he's
No.
from Teen Wolf.
The really, really hot guy.
I don't.
And he's
watch
on
that.
Arrow?
Is he gay?
I have no idea.
Oh, he's gay.
I don't know.
I don't know.
You're saying
people
it's
want him
basically
to be
right
gay
now.
because
People
he's,
want him to be gay. They think he's gay.
You're saying he's gay.
I'm not saying anything.
So Tony
I
D
just
is saying
know
he's
that
gay.
he
Okay.
showed up and he was there for like an hour and he had a great time, and some people took pictures.
Wink.
And I wasn't allowed to say anything, but then it leaked to some blog and whatever.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, great.
that's a little...
That's your gay
That's my
gossip.
like that's my big gay gossip, and it's like my claim to fame now. Like Colton Haynes was at my Pride party. The next one is Lindsay Lohan. She's out. Did you watch her on Chelsea lately? She was guest hosting.
I didn't watch the episode. I saw clips of it. And
She was on.
She was okay.
she wasn't off.
She wasn't.
I'll give her that.
She wasn't bad. She had some really good moments, but I felt like everything that she was supposed to say was very scripted.
Oh, yeah.
And everything
it sounded
that
like Chelsea was talking.
exactly, and everything that the people on the round table were supposed to say back was all very scripted. So there were times when I was like, "Oh God, you guys are reading off a teleprompter." But I mean, she showed up. She looked decent.
Yeah.
She looked okay.
Decent. That's what I aim for when I go out.
And I don't know if you've seen any of the previews, but later this August, she's actually going to be on Oprah as well for the one-on-one.
You know, here's my thing with that. If she's gonna be on Oprah, I hope that Oprah actually asks her the questions that we want to know.
Well, she did with what's his face, Lance Armstrong, right? Like I don't think she pulled very much when she was doing that interview, so it might be the same thing.
I want her to be like, how much
What
blow
the
do
fuck?
you do?
Well,
Da 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 da. Like I want her to, because that's what we want to know. We don't want to know about. So how was me?
Well, in this, she does ask, some hard-hitting questions in this short little clip. We'll just take a quick look.
Are you an addict?
Oprah, Lindsay Lohan, the television event.
What does it feel like to be both an adjective and a verb for child star gone wrong?
Oprah's next chapter, the exclusive.
I mean, she asks her if she's an addict. I mean, this,
Sure.
It's like saying, "Hey, Petter, do you have brown hair?"
Yeah,
Like shocking news. I do hope she gets into
I
it.
really want her to get into it. And then she's also doing like a docu-series, right? Which is just Oprah's prestigious way of saying reality show. I kind of like seeing her on Chelsea lately, you kind of see that little glimmer of how good she used to be.
yeah.
And you always want, she's like Britney, you want her to succeed, right? But
Was she that amazing? I know we all love Mean Girls,
No,
but like
but she
Herbie
was
the
really
Love Bug
good.
isn't really bringing me
I
up
really
stuff,
like,
so-
I loved her.
Oh my God.
But
you
she
would.
was-
Or
she
like
was
the
pretty
Parent
good.
Trap or something.
Are you
like,
kidding me? The Parent Trap is with Lindsay Lohan is like a classic.
She's
I
like
loved her on
6.
Anytime she's been on SNL too, I thought
She was really, yeah,
Yeah.
she's good on SNL. Like, it's
I mean,
there.
that's not her, though. They write it for her.
She's got talent. It's just
Yeah.
that she's such a up that she just doesn't.
Yeah.
She can't act anymore. Anyway.
And yes, she is, and she's got 5 new shows and is on everything.
Well,
so.
she's not acting. It's reality shows. Well, yeah.
Have you watched the Kardashians?
Yeah. True.
All right, well, that's all for gossip. We'll be right back to talk about music. Welcome back. We're going to talk about music now. And before we get to any of the new music that's coming out, I wanted to get your guys' opinions on what you think the songs of summer or the song of summer is.
Can you say it? It's like mid-August.
I
like,
think you could say it now
Okay.
because it usually pops up beginning mid-June, and if it's played constantly.
Yeah.
So
Yes, that's fair.
we all know what it is. It's Robin Thicke.
No! Miley Ray Cyrus!
No, honey, it's Robin Thicke's song.
I hate that song.
You may hate it
So
but
much.
you
Did
know
you say
what?
Miley Ray Cyrus?
Yeah.
Isn't it Billy Ray
Ray
Cyrus and Miley Cyrus?
Miley Cyrus. I don't know. Whatever.
It's not Miley's song. It is Robin Thicke's song.
Robin Thicke's terrible.
Okay,
song.
if
I know, and I know.
would
We're gonna cut
stop.
to the
We're gonna cut to a clip of you guys telling me how awful I am picking songs, and it is the song that you just picked for the summer. Let's take a look. I also want to talk about Robin Thicke, who kind of reminds me a little bit.
I just feel like you
have-
but you bring these people out that are just so insignificant. So like he's
he's Robin Thicke?
No,
Robin
it's his
Thicke
son.
again.
It's his
Son,
son.
but
he's-
I just feel like you bring these people out. Sometimes it's like, I mean,
Well, sometimes
girl.
I
Slow
have had
news
enough.
day.
Home Google
No, sometimes-
guys music. I saw his name.
Sometimes I've had enough of Beyonce and Lady Gaga. All right, so I mean, I disagree with you now. I think the song is
No.
it's in the top 5, maybe
No
even
way.
top 4.
Robin Thicke, Blurred Lines is the #1 song
Are
of
we
the summer
seeing
right now.
our song of summer or like the song of
The
summer?
song of
there
summer.
are 40,000 people living in Texas. They're the people who get to pick it. If you're going population-wise, it's gonna be some bull country thing.
Also, another one is Nicki Williams, Glowing. That's another really good one that I like.
What about Avicii Wake Me Up? That one's another.
I like that.
You don't know it?
don't
Okay.
know
And Daft Punk, Get Lucky. I mean, that one, no. That one,
no,
listen, that one
no.
started a long time ago, and it's been around for a while, so we're kind of tired of it. But it definitely is still
not,
some.
no.
I was
absolute-
tired the first time I
Here,
heard it.
This is the way I think of it. What do you hear the most in a bar?
Miley Cyrus. We
No,
can't-
I do not. I especially like this past weekend, every single bar. I heard Blurred Lines twice in every single bar. It is the song
Well,
of
then
summer.
the DJs of Vancouver need to get their together because it's kind of boring.
Shut up, Adam.
Shut up, Tommy.
All right. Well, I think we agree that it's Miley Cyrus.
It's not Miley Cyrus.
You can do
do
2
it.
to 1.
No, I'm not saying it's a bad song, but it's not Miley Cyrus.
Okay, it's in top 3 though. If you.
Okay, I'll give it to Miley Cyrus. I'll give it to Robin Thicke, and then we'll come back to this after Labor Day, and then we will figure out what really the song is.
Because it'll be a fact by then.
It will.
Fine.
All right, now moving on to some new music. We have a few artists that we haven't heard from for a while, and they're
Thank God.
starting to come back.
Yeah.
Katy Perry is one of them, and she.
I didn't even listen to this.
Well,
song, so
she.
that's all
It's
you
not
know.
even
There's no
a
songs. She's coming back with a new single called Roar, and she's been releasing these teasers. And so one of the teasers. Well, you know what? Let's take a look before we start talking about it. We see that she is burning her blue wig.
It's just all like, I'm no little Katy Perry. I'm old Katy
Okay,
Perry
Miley
now.
Cyrus. I've
Yeah,
seen it happen,
really.
and I hate Katy Perry. I think Katy Perry is the worst.
Have you
kind of
seen the
person.
movie? Apparently it's
I hate
pretty
her.
good,
I
actually.
hate her. She's an idiot.
Okay.
She's an idiot. She's stupid. She can't speak. I hate her. At her concert, she has no connection to the audience. Next.
Quick question.
Well,
Have
you're right, you
seen-
are the nice
Yeah, I
one.
know. Have you met her, been to the concert,
We've
or
been
seen
to the
movie?
concert.
Okay, you've been to the
We've seen-
concert.
Yeah, she has
Okay.
no connection to the audience. Like she's singing, it's just, she's awful. I hate her. I hate her. Oh, and my friend does. She's a real bitch.
Is that gonna go on here? That's fine.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
I have no opinion about her. Like marrying Russell Brand, I think is disgusting. So that's a
Well,
point.
there
that's
you
done.
go. There's the first kind of
Crack.
Oh, I hate her.
The other one I want to talk about is the other big pop star, which is Britney Spears. And I know you guys hate talking about her, but she just recently revealed some information about her recipe for her new album. And I didn't even know that she was going to be talking about her album like this soon. She released an image that sort of told everyone what sort of ingredients were going to be put into this album. And the people that she's working with, I think it's going to be good. And
All I've been seeing about Britney Spears recently is pictures of her and her kids at the Smurf movie.
Looking really awkward.
Oh my god, just
Looking
the three of them in
really
a
awkward.
giant theater and all posed
they're all,
and
like,
pretty and like,
smiling like.
do we get
Oh.
fed after this, Mom? Like, it's terrifying, and that's all I've seen of her recently. I could not care less about what recipe picture her producer has put
anyway,
together.
it's supposed to be a more personal album. She's not going to be talking about like, no, shut up. She is not going to. You guys never let me talk about Britney Spears.
You always
We
talk about
always
her.
talk about Britney Spears.
Yeah.
Here's the problem with Britney Spears. She's done. Britney Spears is done.
It's not gonna come back.
Anything new that she releases is garbage. She needs to just go to Vegas, do everything from Baby One More Time to what was the best one? Blackout? Blackout was the last good one, and that's
Make
it.
$8 million
and
doing
then
it.
call it a night.
Get out, yeah.
Don't release anything new because you look like an idiot. She can't dance anymore. She's old.
She's just got your fans hanging on. That'll never give up. Yeah, I'm sure there's lots.
And that's great, and that's why she needs to be in Vegas, and that's why she needs to have like
a little mecca where you
like,
guys can all
and
go
like a
and get
little
away
greatest
from us.
hits show, and then just call it a night. Because I'll even go to that because that's when she was the best. But this new stuff, like this thing for the Smurfs movie, I'm sorry, we just broke your heart.
Oh
I
no,
saw
it's
your
fine.
face so
I'm just gonna let
disappointed.
these guys settle down a little bit because I think they're a little bit worked out and worked up, and we're gonna be back to talk about movies.
The hottest new trend sweeping schools worldwide is the GBF.
It stands for. I know what it stands for.
Gay best friend.
My future GBF is just waiting to come out of the closet and tell me how fierce I am.
And pretty soon, all 3 prom queen frontrunners will be battling it out for my attention.
Welcome back. You just saw a trailer of GBF, a new movie that is coming to the Queer Film Festival here in Vancouver. And
Which
it's-
I brought to your attention.
Is it coming to the Queer Film
Yes,
Festival?
yeah. I think it's playing like Wednesday. Like it's happening very quickly here. So
exciting.
it's this little indie movie that I think it happened at like Tribeca or something. Yeah, and it did insanely well. Not huge names on it. Names we know. The
Megan
dead girl,
Mullally is there, the dead girl from Pretty Little Liars.
The dead girl. So
JoJo,
huge names.
JoJo, Rebecca Gayheart.
JoJo is who you're quoting as a big name.
She has the same last name as me, so she has a big name.
Anyway, it looks really good.
It's this high school that doesn't have an out gay person, and all the like popular girls want the gay best friend.
As he gets like outed, they all like
Yeah.
buy for him.
And then they
essentially.
all start treating him just like a prize. It looks great. I think
Cute.
it's a great angle. I think it's gonna be so funny.
I'm definitely looking forward to
Yeah,
it. Little
and-
indie things are my favorite, and,
And it's
gay
it's
and
done by
good.
the people who did Jawbreaker.
Oh, right, that's who it was.
yeah.
And we love that. So
Wasn't Rebecca Gayheart in that movie?
Rebecca
Yep.
Gayheart was
so-
in that movie. That was a great movie too. So
classic.
if it's anything like that, it's gonna be awesome.
Looking forward to it.
Yeah, me too.
All right, the next trailer we're going to look at is Sea of Monsters. I don't know much about this one, but we'll take a look at the trailer.
Our home has come under attack.
Who would do this?
Luke.
Turns out you're not the only half-blood who's hard to kill.
The only thing that has the power to save our home is the Golden Fleece.
I'll let you talk about it. I love all these movies. The first one wasn't like great.
Yeah,
though.
so okay, the first thing is these are based off of really great books. Like, I mean, they're written for the 12 to 18.
The Twilight series. Of Greek
no,
mythology.
it's way better. Like so the guy who wrote it was a history teacher, and what he noticed when he was teaching is that kids really loved Greek, Roman, and Egyptian mythology. So he started writing these books about what if these gods were actually here, and then they actually had affairs with humans, and they had demigods, and that's where you get Percy Jackson and all these things.
Right.
So in the books, they're really young. They're 13, 14. In the movies, they aged them quite a bit,
there's
like at
some kissing.
least 5 years. And the first movie wasn't that great. The
effects
character,
are cool. I'll certainly give them that.
the effects are cool. Logan Walden, I think is his name, is totally adorable. He looks that part like a little bit young, but Annabeth, they completely ruined. Annabeth is supposed to be this adorable little girl with like a cute blonde bob who's supposed to be like flawless, and they turned her into this like 19-year-old mousy brunette.
Yeah.
And
Nobody wants brunettes.
Yeah, nobody. It was just not okay. But so Sea of Monsters is the next movie. I'm shocked that they made a second one. I'm shocked.
Did the first one not do well?
I just
Sure
thought
did well
it
enough.
was fine. It wasn't anything amazing.
It just got panned. Like it
Yeah.
didn't get good.
But do you
reviews.
have to watch the first one in order to see it?
Oh.
Because the trailer for the second one seemed a bit, I mean, like you can't just jump into it.
The first one sets up the story, but I mean, just go
It's
to Wikipedia.
just a stupid kiddie
and
movie.
just
No, it's fine.
read it.
It's like seeing Smurfs 2 without seeing Smurfs 1. You'll
Well,
be
no,
fine.
no, we're not going that. But it's got like some big names, like Nathan Fillion is in it, and
Yeah,
like what's his
yeah.
nuts? James Bond. Pierce Brosnan is in
Brosnan's
it.
a
So it's
person.
got some names. Yeah.
Older names.
All right, well, that's all we have for movies. We'll be right back to talk about TV. Welcome back. We're going to move on to TV now, and the first on the agenda is Inside Amy Schumer.
Yes. So TV's now my domain. I'm taking over from Tommy having this entire episode. I hope you're laughing at the title, right? What are you laughing about?
Inside Amy.
She's having
Well, see, that's the joke. It's supposed to be funny. She is this hilarious New York blonde, constantly talking about how she's Jewish girl who basically came out of nowhere. She was at the roast of Charlie Sheen.
Yeah.
She'd done little things before then, but she just destroyed him and all the other panelists. And they're like, who the f is Amy Schumer while she's on stage, like ripping them apart. Then she just blew up. She's been doing touring and all this kind of stuff. We love her. My Seattle friends are obsessed with her. She's American, and most of her jokes are based around that. It's all like her having sex with giant Latin dicks, like black guys who sit on her face, and da-da-da-da-da.
It's a little bit Lisa Lampanelli for me.
Except she's pretty and funny and relevant, and has got her own TV show.
But it's like the same thing. Yeah, called Inside Amy Schumer anyway.
Which is hilarious. So it's basically like live skits. It's her doing like a written thing, and then her doing
it's a
stuff on the
variety
street.
show.
It's a variety show. It's like really good, and I'm looking forward to a second season.
Before we talk more about it, I want to cut to the clip, the one that you shared with us about the one where she goes on a date.
Bye.
Bye.
I'm gonna text him.
Oh, you should wait.
No, the amazing thing is that we're not playing games.
No idea who that is.
How hard is it to open a joint checking account?
And this is for you and your husband?
Husband? I guess.
You know that this is you, right?
Yes, I understand I go a little crazy after one date, but I'm not as obsessed as she is. But it's perfect. She just writes women well, and it's the extreme versions and it's caricatures, but it's hilarious. So I'm dying to see second season. The first one was great.
So it just goes from clip to clip, like throughout the whole
No,
show?
like I
or-
said, like it's her on the street or her doing actual comedy. It's like
Okay.
Seinfeld in a way.
Yeah,
so
I like it.
It's good.
Another show, Web Therapy. It's on to season 3 now.
You actually got me on this show.
Yeah, it's starring
Lisa Kudrow from Friends.
I was going to say Phoebe, but I knew I was wrong. But it's a great show. Let's take a look at what they have in store for season 3.
Fiona Wallace is narcissistic in the book. She's self-absorbed. There is no real moral center in this woman, and she's uninteresting.
Saying that you are accredited is not the same as being accredited.
Smoking? Like I'm quitting, and as soon as the babies are born, I'm done.
I've never watched it. How long is it? Isn't it like an internet thing?
I don't even know if they play it on regular television.
No,
I just
it's
do
like
everything
it's on the
online.
internet.
Yeah, because I download everything, so I wouldn't know. It's a 22-minute show because she does web therapy. She does these tiny little sessions of 4-minute therapy. So it's her trying to do the sessions, but she's an awful therapist.
And I know that like so many
stars.
Like stars.
Meryl
Are,
Streep
yeah.
is on it, like-
Huge stars.
Yeah.
But, and then they do like two episode stints or something like that.
Yeah.
But it's funny. It's
It must
short.
be great for them because all they have to do is like sit at home, right?
Seriously. Well, I don't know how much money they make. I can't imagine it's this huge bust the ball maker thing. So it's good. It's short. It's something to watch when I'm like getting changed and getting ready to go out. So.
Well, the other show that you want to talk about, moving from web to Netflix, is Hemlock Grove, and let's take a look at it.
Something was out there. Something bad.
There are things that look like you and me. Smiles, beating hearts. These things are only masks, hiding the creature beneath.
So this was my pick, and we've been obsessed with the Netflix stuff recently. So it was House of Cards, then Orange is the New Black. So this one was my choice. The Hemlock Grove is basically, long story short, two families of werewolves and vampires, but it has nothing really to do with being vampires or werewolves. Like, it's so little about that. They do kind of have a little bit of powers. They rarely use them. It's just about the drama of, like, families against each other in some random little Pennsylvania town in present day. Famke Janssen is, like, the biggest name
Well, when
on
you were
this.
telling me about it, you didn't tell me some of the people in it, and you kind of lost me at vampires and werewolves because there's so many shows about that. But Famke Janssen, I love. Aaron Douglas and Candice McClure from Battlestar Galactica, I love them.
Yes, you love. Oh yeah, you're obsessed with the two of them. But Famke, you know,
Yeah.
Jean Grey. So she's basically the female lead in this, and she kills it.
When is it starting?
Huge bitch. It's Netflix. It's out, right? They do that whole thing. They put out
But
all
is
these
it out
episodes.
already?
Yeah,
Done.
all
Download it
13
all.
episodes came out on April 19th.
Yeah.
So,
So it's old.
It's not new. I just hadn't heard about it.
Oh.
Yeah, and not a lot of people hadn't. You hadn't, and it's stuff that we would get into. So it's well done. Coming back for season 2.
Okay.
It's really cool stuff. It's really dirty. There's a lot of like sex and
Have you
blood
seen
sex.
some of these Netflix shows? Like Orange is the New Black was a full like fish buffet.
Yeah, well, there's more penis in this. You'll
Okay.
enjoy this one better, I promise.
Nice.
Anyway, I loved it. I'm totally promoting. I think you should just watch one
I'll watch
episode.
it. No, I'll watch it.
I'm
I
gonna
love
watch it too.
the stuff that's like Netflix originals is the best TV out right
they're
now.
so smart for doing it over
Hands
the summer
down.
too, because like,
Yeah, because there's nothing else on.
People like us will talk about it, so
Yep.
I like it.
Me too.
All right, we're gonna move on from TV onto some gay news and some stuff that we had some fun with
Still
recently,
dancing.
which
I still
was
hear the music.
Vancouver Pride.
Hear it.
They're still getting out of your system?
Yeah, right? That's why I'm all sweaty today. I'm just kidding. So it was Vancouver Pride last week, and let's talk about it.
What would you like to start?
I had probably one of the funnest prides I've had in a long time.
Well, it's the first time you've been single in a while as well.
That was part of it. I was gonna say the weather was great, friends great, but I guess I forgot that I was
The
single.
blowjobs. It's definitely the blowjobs.
Anyway, no, I had fun on the boat cruise. The parade was fun. You had so many events. They were
I
awesome.
was like, this was a year for me. This was a tough one. So I also just turned 30, and so I kind of feel like that had something to do with it. I just remember everything just was a little bit harder, and I was a little bit bitchier.
I thought you were gonna say like the 30s are better.
Well, I mean, I was excited to turn 30, but it was a really tough pride. It was long. There were so many people in town.
Yeah.
But it was really fun. I don't think I realized how much fun and how great it was for me until it was all done and I got to sit down and really think back about it and all the really great moments.
Yeah. What was your favorite time for Pride?
No, I don't know. We hung out with friends on like great patios and just took a moment away. I would say for this Pride, I've never seen so many events, which was cool. There were so many options, and I know like it's competing in a way, but I feel like you guys kind of seemed to all sell out, or things were busy and there was always lines and blah. But
well, I mean, sure, yeah, I really love people doing events on Pride Weekend, but no, you always get that little bit of like competitiveness in you, but then
what's your business?
The night of, there is lineups around the block. Like on Saturday night at Oasis, we had 2 lineups, like regular and VIP, like down the block.
Yeah, the only reason we got in with that lineup is because we came with a bartender that worked there.
Yeah, it blew my mind. Like I never really realized everything's just busy.
The parade was awesome too, like 650,000 people again.
I never watched the parade.
I don't watch the parade either.
Well, I was in it with my soccer league, and it was fun.
Here's the thing with the parade. I was in the parade for 6 years, and then the last year I was in it, I sat down the whole time. I was looking behind everyone. I could hear their knees cracking. I'm like, we are too old for this parade.
I am 29.
It is too hot to stand there.
Yeah. And it's really long.
Yes.
So I wake up on Sunday, I'm like, oh God, I'm just gonna miss the parade. And then noon comes around, and then I start to hear the music of the floats and everybody screaming. And then I'm like, oh, it's Pride. And then you just get up and you go, and then you hit Sunset Beach.
Oh, I close the window and turn on Netflix. And
It's good. It gets me in a good mood. I mean, I would never go to the parade. It's just too much for me.
Well, I think we can all agree it was a successful Pride. If you guys have not experienced Vancouver Pride, make sure you come next year. And
yeah, it was really busy this year, so make sure you come next year and come to the Rapture events.
And I think that pretty much wraps it up. Thanks so much for tuning in, and we'll see you guys next time.